Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Jordan Hessbrook, the head football coach at Ithaca. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, Casey?
I'm doing well. So going into this off season, this summer, how have things been going for you guys?
It's been a good off season for us so far. Kids are excited about the season coming up. It's a good group of kids that gained a lot of experience for us last year. So looking forward to building on that and continuing to work towards this coming season.
Okay. This group, I know you're pretty excited about the group that you have coming back. So kind of go through some of the returners and some of the names to watch out for your team this year.
Yeah. So we had five seniors that we lost off of last year's team, and all five of them were players that contributed substantially to our season. Guys that are going to be tough to replace, but we felt like we had a good group of juniors last year who contributed to our season. We'll have an offense. Almost any offense always starts with the quarterback, and we have Jackson Kahn back at that position. This year we'll have Nathan Mikes at the running back position. We will have Broden Pesca, who will be a 4-year starter on our offensive and defensive line. Returning Riley White at the receiver position will be a 3-year starter for us. So we got quite a good number of guys who gained some valuable experience over last year and the last few years. And it's going to be kind of an interesting combination of some younger guys who are going to be coming into the season, stepping into new roles, and looking forward to kind of to finding a role for them and carving out their kind of niche, so to speak, in the offense defense in combination with those older guys that have had that experience in the past.
Yeah. Okay. So, just maybe also what position groups you feel like really, really good about heading into the year?
Um, our offensive line, I'm feeling pretty solid about. I think we lost one guy to graduation off of that group, and we feel like we have a couple of guys coming into that group that will plug in nicely. And then, like you said, I feel our backfield will have two experienced guys with Jackson Kahn and Nathan Mike. So our receiver group will be a little bit younger this year. Some guys that maybe didn't play as much. We had two seniors that started for us in that receiver crew last year. So in that receiver crew, we have some younger guys, but some guys that we're excited about. We feel like some guys that bring some different things to the table in terms of their skill sets and what it is that they're best suited to do in our offense.
Yeah. All right. All right, we've talked about we've talked about the kids. Now, of course, we need to talk about the upcoming schedule for you guys. Well, of course, starts on the 29th at St. Louis. And then, of
Yeah.
course, September 6th, home against Standish Sterling. September 13th, that's a home against Saginaw Michigan Lutheran Seminary. September 19th, home against Carrollton. Where you guys, wait, is that home or away?
Uh, Carlton, I believe, will be home this year.
Yes, yeah, it is home. And then September 26th, home against Hemlock.
Yep.
October 4th, home against Saginaw Valley Lutheran. October 11th, home against Novell Catholic Central, and then October 18th, home against Tecumseh. So, yeah, that's a pretty loaded schedule for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting this year in terms of the schedule. We start with St. Louis, who is leaving the Tri Valley for the Jack Pine Conference. So this will be the first time in quite some time that I can remember anyway that this will be a non-league game for us. So it's a traditional league rivalry game that will now be a non-league opener
Yeah.
for us. Carlton and Hemlock, we played last year as a non-league game. Those two teams will be coming into our league this year. So those two non-league games will now become league games. And then like you said, Michigan Lutheran Seminary is always very disciplined, well coached. Their kids are smart, play hard, they don't beat themselves. Nouvelle always has good athletes. They had some kids up front in the offensive defensive line that gained some good experience last year. Tecumseh week 8 it will be the first time that we've ever played them. It's a larger school from the Ann Arbor area.
Yep.
That we added this year as a non-conference game, and so that'll be another different matchup for us as well. And then we'll finish with a team that wasn't that you hadn't mentioned, but with Shepherd Blue Jays,
Yep.
and that's another old traditional rivalry that's their kids, our kids are always excited for, and another game that's no matter what the records are, how things are going, is always a physical, hard fought game.
And that will be on October 25th. That's I think that will be a road game, I should say. So
Yep, yep, yep,
um yeah, another team from the Jack Fine Conference. So
yep. That's right.
okay, so this next week for you guys is I know not a lot is going on, of course, getting ready for that big day on the 12th. So just kind of what's the approach heading into this week?
This coming week, we will kind of wrap up our lifting with it being a non-sport specific week. We'll have some kids, we'll have our kids come in and do some lifting, some stretching, and really try to make sure that they're as healed up or as fresh as possible going into camp with 7-on-7s and stuff. And we have a lot of kids who are basketball kids, baseball kids, who are participating in those sports over the summer as well. So for a lot of those kids, especially our back receiver type kids, they've got a lot of miles on them by the time August comes around. So this next week we'll do some lifting, some stretching, some speed training type work, and then get ready. We go away every year up to Bethel Youth Camp in Hawks, Michigan, and we'll leave next Sunday, August 11th, for that. And that's something that's one of my favorite times of the year. We've been going up there for over 20 years now. And it's something that the kids really enjoy the camaraderie of it, getting away for a little bit. It's something that as coaches we really enjoy as well.
All right. Jordan Hessbrook, the head football coach at Ithaca, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck to you guys this season.
Hey, thanks, Casey. Appreciate you having me on.